Hello, MoneyMakers. It's Larry the GM, and it's time for your daily Astros lineup analysis. And folks that are joining us from the premium ranks, welcome. You're getting the Moneymaker action all weekend long because, folks, I'm not putting out a series article. It kind of seems silly to put out a series article if I didn't make the first day of the series, and I didn't. So we are here. We are going to give you the moneymaker data, and it's remember where we were, what we said at the beginning of the series. This is actually data before the series. I know we won, they lost, but the Astros again. These are two really close teams, with the Red Sox having slight statistical advantages up and down, batting and pitching. So and you saw the moves that the Red Sox made before the game yesterday. And let's get into the game today because it's going to be another interesting one. Spencer Arrighetti against the Red Sox offense. That's a lot of red. It's a lot of red. And overall 351, 5.7 runs projected if he was going to be in for all 9 innings. I don't think that's going to happen. He won't be in for all 9 innings. But what we can glean from this table is that Devers is again the best pick on the Red Sox, and Duran is the second best pick. But there are other options. If you want to play those other options, go right ahead. I've got 4 players I'm looking at today. That's enough for me. There are their odds as of when I went to publish what the odds were on Bovada. The Astros versus the Red Sox is a little more challenging to discuss because the Red Sox are going with an opener, a guy that really hasn't pitched, hasn't started a game in a while, and hasn't pitched more. I'll say it in the verbiage. I'll come back to that. It's like 3.2 innings since June 30th. Uh, So if you look at they're throwing Winkowski out there, guys. Look at the data for the Astros versus Winkowski. I mean, Jordan Alvarez a 500 xWOBA. It's a good. They should get off to a good start. Now, John Singleton's not playing, and I think the reason why. Let me take my picture off there for just a second. Can I do that? Hang on. Let's see. Let's do this. Let's give you this for you. All right. Well, I guess I can put myself back on. All right. Let's give you this view. So if you look at, I think the more correct way to look at this game from an action standpoint is to consider the Astros versus the Red Sox bullpen. I think almost all their bullpens are really available. There's a couple guys that pitched a little bit extended yesterday. They may not want to go with. The guys in green on this table are guys I expect will pitch today. The average I've used over here in the far right column and the orange column is the average versus the entire bullpen. And you can see that John Singleton has a lot of bad matchups against the lefties. So I think that's why he's not in the starting lineup, because they're expecting Winkowski may not even be in there by the time they get to, I mean, it's possible he's not even in there versus Singleton, or he's out if they get to Singleton with him either in the first or second inning, that maybe they're pulling him before they would pull him before John Singleton would come up. So therefore, the Astros aren't putting Singleton in as a starter against a right-handed guy, because I think they would just go to lefties versus Singleton. Okay, so here's the lineup, and what you see is that Caratini is in, and then you can see that Caratini 2024 good against both lefties and righties, really really good against righties, and so he's okay against the lefties. So I think they're telling you, like, they want to be able to let Caratini get the plate appearances. that we move Diaz to DH, and that's the approach they're taking for the game. So really, the two Astros to pick are Alvarez and Caratini for the game. So let's close the table here. Well, let's see. Yeah, just go back. Well, that didn't work. Sorry about that. Operator error. All right. So as I was saying, yeah, Winkowski hasn't pitched more than 3.2 innings pitched in a game since June 30th. So don't expect. I don't even expect him. I actually, truly, guys, I don't expect him to even get fully through the order. I think the Astros will handle him early. So it's going to be interesting how if the Astros can get on Winkowski early, how the rest of the game will play out. So there's my other two Bovada picks, Alvarez and Caratini. I call Alvarez the pick of the day just because I think he's going to do damage in the first inning with that 500 ex Woba against matchup against Winkowski. So there's no way he'll see Winkowski twice. So how am I playing it in Prize Picks? So really, I'm giving you like the overall. I made a $10 flex play that has those four players in it, hoping that all four pay off. But I bumped this up to a pretty high level. Now you can click on the link and make the same pick with me. But I also what I also did in Prize Picks is I went and did Alvarez and Duran, Alvarez and Devers, Caratini and Duran, and Caratini and Devers for $5 power plays that are roughly paying 1.5. So like those $5 power plays are worth $7.50, or they're worth like $8.50. I think that's what the odds came back. So not a huge day here, but I am playing a bunch of different ways. I'm counting on those four. So either if one of the four doesn't produce, I'll get a 1.5 payout here. If two of the four don't pay out here, then I'm not getting anything on the $10 flex play. But then my power plays are basically 0.5 hits. So as long as those four players all get a hit today, they can go 1 for 4 for a single, and I'll still come out the day slightly ahead for the day. That's the way I'm playing today. I'm taking a much more conservative approach with Prize Picks. So Larry is learning, and maybe you're benefiting from that. But guys, think about it. If we bet total of $30 today, and we make like $32, $33. That's almost that's 7% to 10% in a single day. We keep doing that every day, it's going to add up. That's the approach I'm taking right now. All right, guys. Well, there's my action. What I did do is I updated the bullpen table for the Astros. I don't think Presley's pitching. Will pitch today. I think they will probably try to keep Caleb Ward out of the game as well. But I do expect Brian King, Caleb Ferguson, and Josh Hader against the heavy lefty laden lineup of the Red Sox will get action. Maybe again in the fifth and sixth innings for Ferguson and King, and try to get the Red Sox to bite into using the righties, and then you bring back Scott and Abreu against the righties, and then leave Hader for the lefties that are left. That's the way it could play out that way. We'll see. Well, let's go Astros, and let's take